أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, today's talk is based on something that is very prevalent in today's community. It is something and it is an issue that we see day in and day out. At first look, it may seem that this issue is affecting only the young ones. But when you look at it, even the adults and elderly are affected by it in some form or the other. And this is happening thanks to technology, thanks to mobile phones and smartphones, thanks to the fast internet, thanks to the need to suddenly kill time. I have too much time on my hands. And this is resulting in people planning and thinking, what should we watch next? What should we play next? Because you have the means for it. And this is a major problem. You know, when technology really first started, historically, there used to be very simple video games. Car racing, shoot the bird, decades ago when it started. But as time has passed, as we are seeing, the landscape has changed drastically. The landscape has changed drastically. We are seeing that people's, even their lives are dependent on these things now. There are cases of children hurting themselves. There are cases of children attempting suicide for the sake of these games that they want to play. And there is no doubt many adults and parents are affected by these games as well. They are victims as well. Major concern. We are seeing this. We are seeing that parents, instead of forbidding their children, they are encouraging their children. They are encouraging their children without any scrutiny of these games. They are not seeing what is being played, what is being watched, because they see the games as a form of distraction for the child. No, it helps to keep the child quiet. Right? So that's why I had to give them the mobile. It helps to keep the child quiet. And it helps me to stay on social media. That's the nature of the parents. And when they ask, they're like, see, it's just a game. They're not actually killing anybody. They're not actually drinking alcohol. They're just watching it, right? Parents, you're ignoring the fact that these games, these videos that your children are watching, that you are watching, are destroying you. They're destroying you. They are destroying and impacting the moral development of the child. They're impacting the Islamic values of the child. This is not being seen. The so-called modern games, right? State-of-the-art graphics and whatnot. There is so much violence in it. There is so much killing in it. There is so much blood in it. So much violence. What is happening? What do you think is going through the mind of a child when he or she sees these things? They are becoming immune to the fact of somebody being killed. They become immune to it. It becomes normal for them. And that is the reason when you see today, there are so much growth in crime rates. Especially younger children, juvenile. Increase in the cases. People are thinking of new ways of committing crimes because they see these videos. They see these games. They get these ideas. And that's the challenge. You're ignoring these facts. There is already enough going on in the world that we are losing ourselves. On top of that, you want to lose your children to video games? Really? There are other games which are glorifying witchcraft. Games and videos, and you're watching these movies, whatnot, your children are watching. They're glorifying witchcraft. It is great, right? You're not realizing this witchcraft is a major sin. And your child is affected by it, without a doubt. Watching it, playing it. Other games that are full of obscenity and nudity and scantily clad characters. Does that have a positive effect? You're smart enough to know that. Others are promoting alcohol, promoting gambling. These are all major sins in Islam, and we are letting our children see it often enough for them to get used to it. They're not doing it, right? They're not actually doing it. It's virtual participation. The scholars have said that virtual participation is the first step towards the real danger. Towards the real danger. Don't take it easy, that virtual participation in all of these sinful factors. Yet there are other games which have religious themes. They show gods in them. They show angels, hell, heaven in them. And they show these characters bowing to those gods. What are you promoting? Inadvertently, they are looking towards doing some kind of shirk through that. The child is not going to know. Unfortunately, the adults don't know these days. That's the problem. We are ignoring these things and continue to play these games. To watch these videos, to watch these movies, destroying us. Destroying us. This online world is destroying us. So what is permissible entertainment? What are the alternatives to these video games? See, games that involve non-real entities or characters, that do not have facial features, these are said to be permissible. So, okay, if somebody is playing, at least look at this bit. Play something that is permissible. Still a waste of time. Still a waste of time. Why don't you involve your children in physical activities? Why don't you promote the sports in them, the physical aspect of things, which will help them grow stronger? Sports, there are so many sports out there these days, so many facilities out there. You let them play cricket, let them play soccer, you let them run. It is encouraged in Islam that you should learn horse riding, swimming, and sword fighting. What does that indicate? Islam is encouraging for you to become physically strong, physically able. Promote that. Play with your children. Do these activities with them, so that they grow stronger, not only to do the day-to-day duties, but also to do their spiritual duties. See, the core advice here is, whatever you play in life, do it in moderation. There should be a limit to it. Sports and games should be restricted to a certain moderated period. You cannot completely ignore your life towards them. You cannot let go of your family responsibilities for it. You cannot let go of your religious duties for it. You're losing prayer after prayer and you're continuing to play on that game. You can hear the azan in one ear, but the other ear is filled with this. So you don't have time to go to the masjid. How can I? I need to play. I want to play. That is what I want to do. How is the child getting this? How are the adults getting this? Do you not understand that this is from the whispers of shaitan? They are forcing you to be so involved in these modern gadgets and video games and phones to let go of your spiritual duties. Remember, shaitan never drags you by your hand to do something evil. He puts in a thought. Then he puts in a whisper. Then the whispers grow. Then you take the first step nervously. And then it becomes common practice for you. Becomes a habit. So it is upon us to control ourselves, our children, our beloved ones, to save them from this evil world. Technology can be used for good, but there is a lot of evil attached to it as well. And this is what we need to understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He told us, "O you who believe, do not follow the footsteps of shaitan." And these are literally the footsteps of shaitan. Let us think about it. I want to narrate to you a story today. A story that was narrated by Sheikh Abbas Batawi. So one day, this Sheikh received a call. He picked up the call. And there was a mother at the other end of the line. And she says, "Ya Sheikh, we need your help. Can you please immediately come to our house?" The Sheikh said, "What is the matter? What is the concern?" She said, "My son has passed away and I need you to give him ghusl." The son has passed away. So the Sheikh said, "Okay, has the formalities been done? Has the ambulance been called? Everything is sorted?" She said, "I need your help, please come." She said, "Okay, send me the address." He reached the address, the location, and he finds it a bit strange. He sees that there are no cars around. Usually when somebody passes away, what happens? People are visiting for condolences, giving some food, comforting the family. But he sees no cars around. So much that he cannot even locate which house it is. So a father comes out from one of the houses, comes to the Sheikh and takes him in. Takes him in. The Sheikh gives his salam, gives his condolences to the father, and says, "Okay, so where is the body?" The father says, "The body is in the roof." "In the roof? Still in the roof? Okay, fine." So 2-3 story building, roof at the top. They made a room there. That's where the body is. Then the Shaykh says, okay, where do I give the ghusl? And he's pointed to so and so location. This is where I want you to give the ghusl. Shaykh says, okay, that sounds good. We can do it here. He says, let's bring the body. Let's bring the body to the ghusl room. So they go. They go to bring up the body. And as they are bringing the body into the room, the Shaykh notices something strange. He sees that the hand of the boy is wrapped in a cloth. So like somebody who's going to give ghusl, he tries to go and check the hand. What is happening? What is here? So the father immediately says, no. Please, Shaykh. Don't go near the hand. Let it be. So the Shaykh says, I have to look at the hand. There's a cloth on it and I can see some blood stains as well. I have to give ghusl. I have to remove all the clothes. And that is also cloth, so I have to remove it. Father says, no, Shaykh, please. Don't go near the hand. Just give the ghusl and put the kafan on. The Shaykh tries, but the father is insisting, so he says, okay, let it be. So he starts giving the ghusl. And then, when the ghusl is happening, the mother suddenly comes in, crying out loud, Shaykh, please don't expose my son. Don't expose my son? What is she talking about? The Shaykh starts wondering now, what is happening here? What is going on with this family? Don't expose my son, ya Shaykh. The father quickly tells the mother, go inside. He does not know anything. And those words, he does not know anything, the Shaykh becomes even more curious. So there is definitely something that this family is hiding from me. What are they hiding? So when the father comes back, the Shaykh says, I've stopped the ghusl. I need you to tell me what is happening here. I'll not continue. Father says, no, Shaykh, nothing. Please carry on. Father just does not budge. He does not say a word. The Shaykh gets tired and he says, okay, let it be. And he starts continuing the ghusl. But what the Shaykh starts doing he starts pouring water towards that hand. And as he continues to pour water towards that hand, that cloth becomes heavy on his right hand, on the body's right hand, and it falls off. And what does the Shaykh see? He sees that the fist is tightly clenched. And he sees that there is something black hard inside the hand. He goes towards the hand, he tries to open the fist. The fist is tightly clenched. The Shaykh says, what is this? He tells the father, he reminds him that the Prophet ﷺ said that the person who gives the ghusl keeps the secrets of the body. So don't worry, I will not expose your son. But tell me, what is happening here? What is happening here? The father finally gives in. He says, Ya Shaykh, I built this room in the roof for my son. There is a TV in it. There is the latest video games in it. There is high-speed internet in it. There is the player, there is the receiver of the video games. Lots of cassettes and CDs are there. There's a table tennis table, there's a billiards table. Everything that my child probably could need is there. I've put everything in there. And my son spends most of his time there. And just like he spends most of his time there, last night he came, he ran to his room upstairs without eating food. And he stayed in his room. After an hour, we sent the maid up with the food, and the maid kept knocking on the door, no response. Knocking on the door, no response. Banging on the door, no response. But she can hear TV noises. She can hear the video games noises from inside. So she tells the family comes, they try to open the door, no. So they break open the door. They break open the door, and what do they see? They see their son lying dead on the bed. The TV is switched on, a remote and a joystick in his hand. And the Sheikh says, something was going on the TV that is so haram that I cannot say about it. And dead. The remote of the TV in his hand. Clenched tight, not letting it go even after death. The father says, I and my other son, we went and we tried to take it out, we could not. We switched off the TV, at least that haram thing is gone, but we could not take the remote out of his hand. My son brought a small knife, he started chopping the remote from the top of the hand and from the bottom of the hand, and that is where the hand got cuts and the blood was flowing. We chopped out as much of the remote as possible, but there was still part of the remote stuck in his hand. The boy, he died in that state. He died in that state. Remember, you will be raised on the day of judgment the way you died. The parents were hiding the fact of what their son had been doing. And the father said to this Sheikh, Ya Sheikh, I only built all of this for him. I only gave him all of these provisions so that he can stay away from all the bad boys on the streets. So that he does not learn bad things from them. And the Sheikh said, what have you done? What is this room? What have you built for your son? Instead of saving him from the bad boys, you brought all the bad boys into his room. From the worst parts of the world. And you have lost your son. Brothers and sisters, the story ends there. But the learnings out of this story is what is important. The filth out there on social media, in these video games that you so much want to play, is destroying you, is ruining you. Stop wasting your time on it. You don't want to die in a state of haram. If majority of your time you're spending on this, you're going to die on that. This is a clear example, my dear brothers and sisters. The vast majority of these games out there, these video games, these mobile games, what you're watching on reel after reel after reel, is prohibited, is haram. And there is no other way to put it. There is so much prohibited elements in it. Music, singing, profanity, vulgarity. Save yourselves from it. Save your children from it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us as we strive to follow this right path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us in avoiding these bad habits. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to get a good ending. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins. Wa akhiru da'wana. And alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.